Jon, Zoe, nice to meet you.
Nice
I'm
to
Lucas
meet you.
from Argentina.
Nice to meet you too.
The first question is kind of weird, maybe, because Jon, when I see the trailer, I don't know how to put it in words, but I think I never saw water so wet.
It's funny because we were just talking about that earlier about that when it's because it feels so real.
It's so real when the characters interact with it, like tighten the ropes. That kind of shot. Which kind of process the team developed to achieve that, and which one, in your opinion, was the most useful?
I think first of all, Weta FX has hit a whole new standard on what you can do with water and how you can visualize it. But it goes back to being able to create a process that allows the actors to perform in the water. And they needed to embrace that challenge. They needed to embrace learning how to breath hold so that they could give us those performances so that when you see it, you go, boy, I felt wet. I felt like I was there with them.
Yes.
So for you, it was definitely a challenge, the motion capture underneath the water?
Oh, yes, of course. Obviously, I had a different relationship with water. There was a before and after.
Yeah,
water.
before James
Avatar,
Cameron.
the Way of Water. Exactly. Because it wasn't just about swimming underwater. It was about performing. And not just 5 feet underwater, 30 feet underwater. But Jim once again surrounded us with world-renowned, experts that trained us. And once we put in the time and the preparation, a whole new level of confidence grew within all of us.
Yes.
That yes, talking about it was daunting, but then going to the tank, diving in, doing your breathing exercises, going underwater, it was just part of the process.
She nailed it.
I mean, she's Zoe Saldaña. After all these years, for us, it's very exciting to come back to Pandora. But for you, it's kind of a challenge because you find your character in a different state. What did you find her after all these years for you and for her?
I feel like Neytiri and I have lived in many ways parallel lives.
Yeah.
When we were younger, there was just this level of fearlessness that I feel like I can relate to that. I would jump into the unknown like head on, and there was nothing I couldn't achieve because I was excited, because I'm naturally I'm a curious person. I am in my own way like an explorer of some sort. Once you become a parent, this sensation that you never knew before enters your realm, which is fear.
Definitely.
It's fear of losing something that you love more than you love yourself. And that causes you to spiral down a rabbit hole of just possible hypothetical scenarios. And I feel like for Neytiri, it was the same.
Same thing for Jake.
Oh my God.
Sam is now a father. He wasn't when we made the first movie. And the role he plays and the role they play together about the decisions they make, what it means to keep a family together.
Yes.
And what is that family, not just your blood family, but your community of family. And now they both have kids to be able to relate to that.
You know how many times we ended up in the parking lot after work kind of going, how are we going to do this tomorrow? Like, oh my God, like I'm so afraid.
I can relate to that thing. For you, it's also a challenge because the movie-going experience is so different right now than it was in 2009. Which is your opinion about the thinking of bringing people to the cinema after the pandemic?
I think there's nothing like the movie-going experience. And I think that, we have a responsibility as an industry to deliver a product that warrants people getting out of their house to experience this that way. If I were to make an analogy to the music business, if I may, we now have streaming music. We have Spotify, we have Pandora Radio, all these other services. Nothing replaces the live concert. The cinema to the visual medium is the live concert. But you make a different commitment because at a concert you could be talking to someone else. So you go to a movie and you're making a social commitment to that experience, and The Way of Water is something that has to be seen up on the big screen and experienced that way.
Definitely. I mean, only the trailer, it was the most exhilarating thing in the movie theater to see it.
Well,
it's
made my day.
It's super different.
You know how I know it's an experience? My sons are still very young for Avatar. They told me. We asked them. They told us. Even though my older ones just turned 8. When we took them to the movies over the Thanksgiving holiday, there was the Avatar trailer, and I remember I put my hand on one of their chests, And as they're watching, I'm gonna just hold my hand, just watch it. It's okay. It's not gonna be that scary. And he's sitting there, and I just feel how his heart immediately, his pulse accelerates, because it is an experience. He's he's feeling it. He's not just watching it. He's hearing it. He's feeling it. And he was like, "Mama, you did that." I'm like, "Yeah, bud."
You get that question a lot, I think, in your house.
Yeah, but they still can't put it together.
Yeah.
I know that they can only use it.
Right.
I know how they don't really know. I'm like, "Hey, you want to watch Avatar?" Nah. But then I hear them in the playground going, "You know that my mom was an Avatar?" I'm like, "What is that?" You don't want to see it, but you want to use it. Okay.
Jon, I'm so sorry for this, but I have to ask Zoe. I come from Argentina, so I need to ask, do you still drink matecito en el set de
Claro que
grabación?
sí.
Bebo mate, me gusta.
Claro que sí.
Te amo, I love you.
Tengo a mi maquillista aquí, a Vera Steinberg, que en este viaje, en este tour, no trajo el mate y la quiero matar.
No.
Ay, yo, Verita, ¿trajiste el matecito? Y me dijo, no, boluda, no lo traje. Y yo, ay, Dios mío, ¿qué voy a hacer?
Thank you so much for your time,
Thank you very
guys.
much. I look
It
forward
was
to
a
sharing the
pleasure
movie.
for me, and it was kind of exciting for me too, because after 3 years of not doing this,
Right. We're back doing it.
Welcome back.
coming back to life, you know.
Yes, it's so
God
true.
bless.
Thank you so much, and enjoy Sao Paulo.
Aquí con mi matecito en el set de Avengers. Oh, Gamora speaks Spanish? No lo sabía.